This is what you missed last week on Shameless. Last week on Shameless, this is what we were doing.
Jesus, I'm raising 5 kids and I didn't miss last week. What's your excuse? Carl!
Where the hell were you guys last week?
Oh man, you guys missed a great party last week.
This is what you missed last week on Shameless. This is a great episode. You really don't remember what happened last year. Pay some fucking attention this time.
Where the hell were you last week?
Hey, for those of you that missed last week's episode, I got really drunk, and I don't really remember what happened.
Here's what you missed on Shameless last week. A whole lot of shit happened. Where were... For those of you who are too fucking busy, this is what happened last week.
Where the hell were you guys last week?
For those of you who are too fucking busy, here's what happened last week on Shameless.
For those of you who are too fucking busy, this is what happened last week. This is what you missed last week on Shameless.
You really don't remember what happened last year?
This is what you missed last week on Shameless. It was great. It was all about me. Sort of the hero's journey.
For all of you who are too fucking busy, this is what happened last week on Shameless.
For those of you who are doing open heart surgery or bringing peace to the Mideast or whatever the fuck you were doing, this is what you missed on Shameless last week. For those of you who are too lazy to tune in last week, this is what you missed on Shameless.
Don't know where the fuck you were last week, but here's what you missed.
Here's what you missed on Shameless last time. Not too much. I was kind of light last week.
I'm raising 5 kids and I didn't miss last week. What's your excuse? Shut the...
I don't really know what happened on Shameless last week. Call once you find out.
For all of you who are too fucking busy, this is what happened last week on Shameless.
This is what you missed last night on Shameless. This is what you missed last week on Shameless.
Where the fuck were you last week? I was here last week. Where the fuck were you?
Jesus, I'm raising 5 kids and I didn't miss last week. What's your excuse? Carl!
This is what you missed last week on Shameless.
Come on, love, I'm going home.
This is what you missed last week on Shameless. It's a great episode.
Мы все были здесь на прошлой неделе. Где ваша мать были вы?
Speak fucking English! For $20, I'll tell you what happened last week on Shameless. Thanks. This is what you missed last week on Shameless.
I'm not finished yet.
You don't know what happened last week? Well, I don't have time to tell you. I'm busy. Oh!
I spit out 2 kids, blew my husband, and taking care of this shithole. I still had time to watch Shameless. What's your damn excuse? $2. Did you see that? This cheap motherfucker.
You want to know what happened on Shameless last year? Brothers, jail.
I came out. He came out. Hey, people around here get their ass beat for missing Shameless. So sit down, shut up, and catch up. Or don't. I don't give a fuck. I'm happy to knock your fucking teeth out.
Look, I have Frank and Monica's parents. Even I know how to show up and turn on a fucking TV. What the fuck happened to you?
Here's what went down last week on Shameless.
Me, a lot.
Ew! Carl! I just think that if you were really a friend, you would find a way to show up when you say you're going to show up. So I'm gonna fucking tell you what happened last week. Let's just not let this
You don't think I have enough to do around here? Jesus, I'm not your fucking mother. Here's what you missed last week on Shameless.
Whatever you were looking at last week was not nearly as attractive as me. You know it, and I know it. So clearly, your priorities are fucked up. Here's what you missed.
I'll tell you this one time what you missed on Shameless. Next time, I'm gonna break both your fucking kneecaps. Okay? Okay, this is what you fucking missed.
I'm heavily sedated, and even I know what happened last week on Shameless. How have you been?
I'm raising 5 kids and I didn't miss last week. What's your excuse?
For those of you who are too fucking busy, this is what happened last week on Shameless.
How are you doing?
This shit was going on, and I still watched last week's episode of Shameless. What the fuck were you doing?
You've got to be kidding me. You don't remember what happened to us last season? What are you, some kind of fucking idiot?
You got married. I was here last week. Where the fuck were you?
Next time you miss Shameless, I cut off your testicles and feed it to a homeless dog who lives behind Alibi. But today, you get free pass. I tell you.
Here's what you missed last week on Shameless.
Oh, esto es lo que perdimos la semana pasada en Shameless.
You missed another episode of Shameless, and now we got to take valuable time out of our show to tell you what the hell you missed because you were too damn lazy to get up off your fat asses and watch the damn.
You don't think I have enough to do around here? Jesus, I'm not your fucking mother. Here's what you missed last week on Shameless.
Jesus Christ, it's a simple question. Who can tell me what happened on Shameless last week? I know you were watching last week instead of doing your quantum physics homework. What about you? Any of you deadbeats watch what happened last week? What, you missed another episode? You believe this guy?
What the fuck? Asshole.